As you were all very welcome along, we are here at Lambert Park, home of APIA Leichhardt FC. They of the fantastic, well, not quite a cup set during the week for APIA Leichhardt. They did win on penalties against NPL rival Sydney United 58. It was a cup set though for the away side, looking resplendent in green and white here. SG Raiders, they had a terrific win, a redemptive win against the MacArthur Bulls, the side that beat them 5-0 last year in the Australia Cup. They turned things around. The redemption arc is complete. They won on penalties and they were cock a hoop, but that has posed a different challenge for them now. They are trying to get themselves up the ladder here. They're trying to get themselves into the playoffs, which sounded incredible at the start of the season, and even 5 or 6, even 7 games into the season, SG Raiders being a chance of making it into the playoffs seemed absolutely fanciful. But here they are, round 28, and they are currently 6th place on the ladder. They are playing against APIA Leichhardt, currently in 1st place on the ladder. Some difficult choices for both managers here. Goran Laboya, I spoke to him before kickoff. You cannot have more than one priority one, is an old saying. And they have had to make a couple of different changes. No Marty Fernandez and no Noah Chianese, who are their top scorers, who are bringing their starting lineup now. It's Figueira in goal, McHugh Shore, Lockie Everett and Lockie McGrath at the back with Ethan Bevan, Cooper Hannigan, Mihail Marcic, Luka Knezovic and Seb Malfara in the midfield, Yakov Malbasa and Robert Eramugo up front for them. So they've had to ring the changes. They have got a game during the week against the might of Sydney FC. APIA Leichhardt, it's Kalach in goal, Kuta, Fong, Shaw and the youngster Pichin at the back, who was known as AP. Franz Deli, Michael Conestabo, Rory Jordan and Fabian Monge in midfield. Presley Ortiz and Jordan Segredo up front. Our referee is Ethan Zvargulis. Glenn Stubbings and Marco Salmons the assistants. And Alek Zastav Ninkovic is our 4th official. A couple of minutes late, 7 minutes late in fact, but we are ready for the off and away we go. At the second attempt, away we go. The ball is dropped back in there. Straight away for Franz Deli. And he finds Shaw. Shaw in turn finds Fong. Fong plays it over the top. Conestabo looking to get him behind straight away. A terrific sweeping across there. Lockie Everett coming across well, seeing the danger. And sweeping away. But Fong has got the throw. And he finds Conestabo's feet. Back heel there from Fong. Touch comes off Marcic. And they're going again here. Ortiz. Battle for the ball. Still a battle for the ball now in these first couple of minutes. Who's got the last touch off? Well, last touch comes off a green jersey. These first few minutes now camped down in this end. APIA Leichhardt. It's Michael Conestabo. The hat-trick man from 2 weeks ago, Conestabo. No Michael Conestabo, no party. Through the situation in the NPL. He missed the game last week and it was a 0-0 draw the 2 previous weeks. He himself scored a hat-trick as Rory Jordan's got the first chance of the game. Jordan finds Ortiz, controls with the shoulder. Prince Ortiz takes a touch, takes a second. A brilliant save. Figueira. He's in great form at the moment, is Figueira. Where's my support, he says. They've got a corner. They're going to take it quickly. They're not quite ready here, the SG Raiders. APIA Leichhardt choose to pause. Segredo pauses. He leaves it for Franz Deli. Deli's going to sweep this one in from the right-hand side. Terrific piece of control there by Presley Ortiz. Control the ball with the shoulder. 17 goals already to his name this year in this NPL New South Wales. As Deli floats in the corner. Touch away, and then they get it away again here. And it's Malfara. Malfara looking to spread it from right to left. And he almost finds Malbasa, but just gets held up a fraction. To go around the outside. Hannigan is there. Alessandro Pichin. We've got a great story about this youngster. It's his 3rd start in a row, Pichin, known as AP. I spoke with Jack Stewart briefly earlier and I said, how do I pronounce the name? And he said, just call him AP. That's what we all call him. So we'll be going with AP for tonight. There's a sizable presence there at the back. Yeah, just left school last year. He went to the local school, St Patrick's College in Strathfield, which is pretty well known for rugby union, amongst other sports. So he is a product that school, which is just a few kilometres away from where we are here at Lambert Park, and he is starting his 3rd game tonight alongside Kyle Shaw. And here is Shaw rising in the air, wins it well. Shaw served out his 1-match suspension in the Australia Cup match during the week. Did Shaw was sent off, I should say, very, very late on against St George FC. Probably one of those unusual sensible red cards. St George FC were breaking through on goal with a chance late on. The 1 point super important for APIA Leichhardt, and chose to take the red card, make the tackle. Knew he was going to be sent off. made the professional decision as Malfara runs through beautifully there. Malfara finds Eramogo. And then Eramogo looking to drop it back. Under pressure, doesn't get there in time. Oliver Kalic. And we're going to have our first corner for the men in green. Down on this near side below. So that's Malfara. Malfara clan, as I say almost every week. There's almost always a Malfara in every game, whether it's on the field or on the bench. That is true again, said Malfara this time. And he's going to take this corner. And he's got lots to weigh about. McHugh Shore, Everett, McGrath, they're all there, floated in. Shaw does well, wins it well in the air. The volley comes in. Caught nicely there by Knezovic. Couldn't quite keep it down. Over the bar it goes. Kalic now, what a star he was during the week in that penalty shootout. Saving 3 penalties, crucial saves. One of them very, very like that famous Mark Schwarzer penalty that he saved against Uruguay all those years ago. Reached across with his left hand, blocked the ball away. It was not at a good height for the keeper. They often say a penalty that's saved, that's at a good height for the keeper. It absolutely was not. He did really well, blocked it away. And set the scene for Eddie Kaspers to seal the win. And here he is again on the ball now, Kalic. He's had a terrific season. Patient in possession, stops, looks to find an option. And finds Kuda. Can't quite get past Knezovic there, but he's won himself a throw in, Michael Kuda. And he drops it short for Deli. Deli again for Kuda. They're closing down quickly again. Knezovic there yet again, closing down. We'll welcome you to the broadcast if there are any Melbourne Victory and Sydney FC players, staff or supporters looking to get a bit of a look at what APIA Leichhardt are all about, or what SD Raiders are all about. You maybe won't get the full view of SD Raiders. As I said, their bench tonight is the strongest bench certainly I've seen them have all year. It's Santa Rosa, Chianese, Fernandez, Rag, Cox Barlow and Lee. We've got a youngster there, Pushtak also on the bench. But, apart from the number 31, they are mostly starters for this SD Raiders team, so somewhat rested a few players. Has Goran Laboya. Late flag there, Prezi Ortiz at straight, just offside. He's made the decision to rest a few players here, Goran Laboya. He knows what a difficult task it's going to be against Sydney FC. Sydney FC, of course, no travel. They'll get in the bus and head to the Fairfield Showgrounds. A bit of different story for APIA Leichhardt. Melbourne Victory, they'll have to fly. A little bit more in it with the travel. Goran Laboya has made perhaps the practical decision to rest 1 or 2 players. APIA Leichhardt with a much, much deeper squad, of course. A little bit easier for them to shuffle the deck. But, here's one of the stars now from midweek. Cooper Hannigan did an absolutely tremendous game. He's showing his A-League potential. Had a terrific season. Doesn't mind a yellow card either, Cooper Hannigan. 9 yellow cards to his name and 1 red card as well. A fully committed player, box-to-box player, works incredibly hard both in and out of possession. And here he is on the ball again. Not just a hard worker, that's a lovely ball inside there from Albassa. Albassa turns it over. He finds Jordan. Looking to unleash Ortiz. Can't quite find it. They've got it back. And here's Everett. Now looking to find Eramogo. Gets a touch there, Eramogo. Can he get a second? Elegant touch there from Eramogo. Cameron Fong there beside him. Got the touch. Couldn't quite bring it under control though. Referee just having a little conversation here. Jordan Segretto doing battle with Chet McHugh Shore. Going to push and shove and tugging at the jerseys. While that is happening, Everett does really well. Wins the ball. Almost drops it in from a Marcic there. Can't quite find him though. And so is Fong again with the throw. That Malfara wins. And here's Deli batting hard in midfield. Gets a touch. Down he goes theatrically, Deli. With a bit of a shout and a scream there. Referee very well positioned. Said let's play on. No foul there. As Kuda looks to release Jordan. Cooper Hannigan does really well again. Sweeping across. And he's looking up. He's trying to find Marcic. Kept himself onside really nicely. And it's dropped down now for Eramogo. To get the return pass. Albasha can't quite find him. Eramogo still battling. And there is Monge. Does really well. Also have 2 green jerseys there. Fabio Monge, and then drops it off for Kuda. Kuda forward for Conestabo. He's in a bit of space here, Michael Conestabo. Turning, to get past Bevan. Is there a handball there? And, came off the hand, it seems, of Conestabo, but out for a throw. Quite a few times last year in the run into the end of the season, I had NWS Spirit. Michael Conestabo was almost always the key man. A crucial pass, a key goal. He missed a few games mid-season for Spirit, and that was their worst run of form. The same appears to be happening here somewhat. As we pause for a second, SSG Raiders now bearing down on the edge of the box. Marcic has the ball up well. And he drops it back nicely for Knezovic. Knezovic for Aramugo. Fong comes across well, clears it nicely. As we were saying there, Conestabo, the key man. Let's move into the case again. A hat-trick just a week and a half ago, and there he is, jumping into a tackle as well. He's sitting on 5 yellow cards at the moment, is Michael Conestabo. So he has to be a little bit careful. But, did not start last week, wasn't on the bench either. It ended up being a bit of a dour 0-0 draw. And we'll be looking for his skill, his drive, his eye for goal. As they look to, well, with the win tonight, you'd imagine, put half of one hand, you'd have to say, on the Premiership title. And depending on how other results go this weekend, perhaps a full hand. But time will tell. Almost 10 minutes on the clock now. Even match so far. Marcic, still a bit of skill there. Backs to Everett. Everett for Aramugo. Aramugo dispossessed by that man, Conestabo. But Conestabo has the ball taken back off him. And now Malfara checking for a shot here. Malfara with the shot. Saw Oliver Kalach just fractionally off his line there, Malfara, as he looked up. APIA Leichhardt defenders backed off a fraction. And, it has been a good season for the Malfara clan. In front of goals, some terrific goals for University of New South Wales. And Malfara, Seb that is, looking to add to the Malfara total, but not to be. And the ball is played long, very long, by Kalach. And the crumbs into 4 for Conestabo. Gets a touch, gets a second, Michael Conestabo. He's got Presley Ortiz outside him. Ortiz bearing down on goal. Ortiz with the shot, comes across the face of goal. Tapped away, Cooper Hannigan helps it away. Segredo still there. Did one in the end to clear it. Here's Aramago. And Aramago, beautiful piece of skill. Steps inside Segredo there. Got a bit of space in front of him. He's running forward, he drops it into the middle of midfield. A touch is taken, but the ball is given away immediately for Kuda. Michael Kuda out. There is Ortiz. Flag stays down. He finds Rory Jordan. He's got Segredo and Conestabo to choose from in the middle. Steps back inside and then goes all the way back for Kuda. Takes a touch with his left. Drives it in. It's headed away now to the edge of the box where Fong picks it up. And he plays it in short now for Segredo. Segredo looking to go around Aramugo. Tries to go inside. Doesn't get any change either inside or outside. And now Lockie Everett picks it up. He's really boxed in there, Lockie Everett. Not many options. And so he takes it forward, but Shaw does really well. Gets in front of his man there, Shaw. Looks to play it in for Ortiz. Good defensive work there by the men in green. Let's check the Shaw. Making an effective tackle there, ensuring Presley Ortiz doesn't get on the ball. And out for a goal kick it goes. Figueira now playing it out. They're pressing very high here. APIA Leichhardt. Jordan pressing high, as is Kuda. And a lovely turn inside. They'll be able to break away here if they can switch it to this near side, and they do. And now it's Knezovic with space in front of him. And he plays it down for Aramago. Aramago versus Fong. Aramago looks to step inside. Fong tackles one. Fong tackles two and does really well there. And there is Segredo. And Segredo with the nutmeg. Beautifully past Malfara. And the ball is played through Ortiz. Ortiz, is he offside? He is indeed. Well, Cameron Fong was not offside in that circumstance. Presley Ortiz was. No shout from Cameron Fong. It was directly beside our commentary position here, and Cameron Fong had the opportunity to tell Presley Ortiz to back off. The defender seemed to have realised that Ortiz was offside. They're giving the ball away now. Rory Jordan chips the keeper! Just wide. Well, he had the goal at his mercy there, Rory Jordan. A cheap turnover. 35 metres out from goal. Rory Jordan looked up, dinked the ball with his left foot. Keeper was in absolute no man's land there. 12 and a half minutes gone in this first half. Still 0-0, but a very, very open game. Now Marcic driving forward. Marcic takes it in, but AP does well. Gets there, wins it, finds Kuda. And Kuda in turn finds Jordan. Jordan looking to flick the ball back inside. Lovely bit of skill there from Rory Jordan. And now Marcic couldn't resist. Little dig in the back there. Stretching back there. He's looking pretty safe at the back, is AP. Decent partnership with Shaw. They've got Moana Marlowe as well. I had a brief chat to him earlier on. He'll be back in about a week or so, he thinks. He's nearly at the end of his treatment for a calf injury that he's had for the last couple of weeks. But, Shaw back from suspension. Kachin AP doing nicely there at the back. But, still a long way to go as Conestabo turns beautifully inside. Slips as he passes it though, Conestabo. And he's giving it away. McGrath striding forward. Ball comes in for Aramago. Aramago, if he takes a touch, he can pull the trigger. He does. Just over the bar and over the net at the back. In fact, it's gone into kind of the kids' park in there behind. But that was very enterprising play from the men in green. Aramago looking very, very fleet of foot. Some lovely touches, making a bit of space for himself, pulling the trigger. Couldn't quite keep the shot down. Segredo looking for a free kick. Does well, wins the ball back, finds Fong. Fong for Delhi. Delhi stands up strong in the tackle, as does Fong. Lovely piece of skill there. A little drag back from McHugh Shore. Eventually, it falls for Malfara. Malfara looks to dink it forward. It is an absolutely open game. It's like a practice match here. Both teams absolutely going for it. Doesn't seem to be much structure so far. That's probably the hallmark of this SD Raider side at the start of the year. Goran Laboya. He does have a short haircut, but he'll be pulling out whatever hair he has. Earlier in the year, he managed to get the team to just be a little bit more stable, a little bit more structured. The window spot here. APIA Leichhardt likewise. That's giving us a very, very open and enjoyable game so far. Another corner now, another opportunity from Alfaro to float it in. Hugh Shore, Everett, McGrath, all hovering, goes to the back post there. Aramago wins, but just into the side netting. Hitting for a touch off an APIA Leichhardt jersey there is Aramago, but referee says no. And Kalach now has time. He's looking to take the quick one, long. Chooses to pause and take his time, and finds Shaw. And Shaw in turn for Kuda. For Jordan. Jordan back for Shaw. High press from the men in green as well. Everett, Malfara and others pressing. Nice interplay there from Apia. Nice one-touch stuff, and they played their way towards the halfway line. Vermonge pauses back for AP. AP for Fong. He's got 2 or 3 options there. Chooses to go back for AP, and AP's got Delhi directly in front of him. Monge showing for the ball there again. Now Delhi finds Shaw, who in turn finds Kuda. Slightly heavy touch there from Michael Kuda. He just steps inside Kenezovic. Holding the ball up nice here. Well, just as I say it, they've given the ball away, and Kenezovic sees Kalach off his line. Commentators curse there. And then Kenezovic to try what Rory Jordan did just a few minutes ago. Spots Kalach off his line. Didn't quite catch it. We'll give you a bit of weather conditions update here. The wind is at the back of APIA Leichhardt here, which you'll probably see in that shot from Kenezovic. Wind just held the ball up. Gave Oliver Kalach plenty of time. Just backpedal slightly. Take the ball rather comfortably, but wind's getting up just as we're saying it. A fraction. Wind at the back of APIA Leichhardt. Playing from left to right in this first half. And there is Kuda with Jordan. Lovely little 1-2 there. Down he goes, Michael Kuda. And look over the shoulder there from Luka Kenezovic. Didn't feel like there was enough contact there for Michael Kuda to go down. Well, the ref, in fact, has awarded a free kick. Michael Kuda he himself didn't even believe it. But free kick it is. Ethan Svargulis, our referee today, has said yes, a free kick there. And here comes AP now with Segredo coming short forward. Jelly also short. Drops it over for Delhi, and Delhi returns it back for AP, who in turn finds Kalach, and Kalach for Shaw, striding forward now. Shaw, when he started to stride forward, and as he did, Michael Kuda started to make a run, and then Shaw played the ball in behind the space where Michael Kuda had been. So, that's one of the challenging things when you've got a mixture team up and have a different team almost every single week. Not quite on the same wavelength there. The ball is now going to come almost into our commentary position here. It just sails past and punched back into the field of play by a fan down below us. Now McHugh Shore. Not many options. He's got Everett short. Everybody else short. Eventually Aramuga comes short for him. And Conestoga battling. Well, a little bit of battle there, and a little bit of push and shove between Segredo and Aramuga. Little smile and a laugh between them. A little side five. It's been played in great spirit so far this game. Both teams looking to play football, looking to spread the ball wide, looking to find teammates to feet. And here again is Delhi coming short. Gets the pass from Kuda. Back again for Shaw. And now in for Monge. He's got a ton of space. Conestoga making the run. In behind, Michael Conestoga. The touch just comes off the defender. Crucial touch there from Jet McHugh-Shore. Otherwise, Michael Conestoga is going to have himself an excellent opportunity. 18, almost 19 minutes gone in this first half. Conestoga, he's looked lively with the ball, making runs, battling for possession, and here he is again. Conestoga working hard, but Michal Marcic goes off the would-be challenge and then drops it back for his keeper. He has to work fast. So currently Ortiz was closing hard, and the ball is played long straight to Fong. Fong finds Delhi, starting to find their form here a little bit. APIA Leichhardt growing in confidence somewhat these last couple of minutes. NSW Raiders gradually sitting back. They're almost all inside their own half now. Yakov Malbasa just pressing forward slightly inside the APIA half. And then coming again here, Jordan. Spreads the ball out for Monge. Monge, who's around the outside. He's caught by Malfarah there, though. Just had his ankles tapped. Fabian Monge. Seth Malfarah doesn't necessarily agree with the adjudication there. Free kick now in a relatively dangerous area over beside that Joe Marsden pavilion. Michael Kuda just having a little conference with Franco Perese. Vastly experienced Perese, player and coach. Just giving Kuda a little bit of guidance on what he would like to see next time around. And it's Jordan Segredo now across on that far side, who looked to whip this in. He's got Shaw, he's got AP, Conestoga hovering on the edge of the box. Ortiz is in there for good measure as well. Now the free kick from Segredo. Segredo floats it up to the back post. Fong is going to attack this. Fong heads it well. Shaw takes the touch. Shaw with the left-footed shot. Well, he didn't quite catch this as he would have liked. Shaw had a great opportunity there to pull the trigger. And now Segredo, he's been pinged for a handball just on the edge of the box. And Malfarah looking to take it quickly. Ortiz looking to slow him down. Carl Shaw, from a striking point of view, did the hard part there. The header came back across from Fong. Shaw controlled it nicely, away from the two would-be defenders. Falling onto his left foot though, looking to pull the trigger. Just sliced it somewhat. The NSW Raiders breathe again. And now Everett with McGrath. Ball's played over the top. Lovely touch from Marcic. Marcic battling against Shaw. And he drops it back inside for Malfarah. Look over both shoulders, Malfarah. And he plays it in for Aramago. Aramago with the header. And a terrific save there from Kalach. And he just got in on the inside there. Cameron Fong just on his heels somewhat. And Aramago attacked the ball well. Headed the ball. There was a vicious spin on it. Kalach alive to the danger. Counts as a shot on target for the men in green as Conestoga now turns inside Malfarah nicely. Conestoga striding forward. Options to pass, options to shoot. Chooses to hold it up, drops it outside for Jordan. Jordan now, well, he stepped into an offside position there. Rory Jordan. He had all the time in the world, Rory Jordan. Couldn't quite hold his run. And now Cooper Hannigan coming the other way, over the top. Heels for offside from AP. Malbasa. Held his run nicely there. They're going to come again, I should say, from the back. APIA Leichhardt. Quarter of this match gone now. Still no goals. A couple of chances for both sides. A couple of shots from distance. For ST Raiders, a header from Aramago. A couple of half chances too for APIA Leichhardt. A decent save from Figueira. As it stands, probably a fair reflection of this game. The sides are level. No goals. At the league table, it is so tight in all sorts of different races. It's tight for 6th, it's tight for 5th, it's tight at the top, it's tight at the bottom. Conestoga looking to get in there. Last I looked, St George FC were winning by 1-0. That would make things very, very interesting at the bottom of the table. as McKee-Shore drops it back again from McGrath. And it's 2-0 in fact now. 2-0 for St George FC over Western City Wanderers. That really likely puts the kibosh on Western City Wanderers, making it into the top 6. It makes things very, very interesting for Sydney Olympic. I called their win last week. They were delighted with that result. St George FC have bounced back and they're winning now 2-0. Live action here at Lambert Park. It's Cooper Hannigan. He takes a touch. A little bit of a drag back there, wasn't from Rory Jordan. No, says the referee. Now Prezi Ortiz in behind. Takes one touch. Looks to go around the outside. Lovely challenge. Lovely time challenge there from Lockie McGrath. And then steps inside. And then feels like he was caught. Silent challenge coming across from Prezi Ortiz. I don't think any malice in it. Ortiz, he was just looking to block the clearance. Didn't quite time it right. Apology accepted there from Lockie McGrath. Apology, a word of apology on a sci-5 from Presley Ortiz. And the result of all of that fun and games is a free kick, which Michael Figueira will take. Just take this time, Figueira, waiting the referee's whistle, and there it is, and now Figueira floats it up towards the halfway line. Delhi with lots of time. Here's the header. Well, a little high foot there, is there? Should be a high foot from Albassa. Stay on, says the referee. Ball now, coming over the top. Conestabbo looking to win it in the air. That's not particularly his forte, Michael Conestabbo. But that is his forte, winning the ball back really well. From Malfara, battling in midfield there, Conestabbo. Won the ball, but couldn't find a teammate. And now Cooper Hannigan battling forward. Tangle of legs. And the throw in well. On that far side, the assistant referee said that was an APIA ball. Referee had said ST Raiders. Referee says you're a better positioned assistant. But they've turned it over almost immediately, APIA, and it's Knezovic now. Knezovic striding forward. He's going to get the rebound here, Knezovic. He is battling with AP. And they've won the ball back yet again. 2 or 3 times now in the last minute or so. APIA have won the ball. They've turned it over almost immediately. And I think that's the feedback they're getting from Michael Kuda. Got to retain possession a little bit more, says Michael Kuda. Be a bit more careful with your passes. But it's a throw in now for Kuda. That wind is getting up just a little bit as we speak, favouring APIA Leichhardt. Michael Kuda just stealing a little bit too much. Referee saying back you go, and back you go again. And now Kuda with the throw. Short for Ortiz. Shouts from all sides, our ball. Players, fans, substitutes and everybody else. And the referee says that it's going to be a green throw-in. And the ball is back with McGrath. It's a return pass. And it comes again now from McKee-Shore. He's got an option short, which is Knezovic for Everett. Everett back from McKee-Shore. Everett comes again. He's got Conestabbo there with him, working so hard, Michael Conestabbo. Sweeping across the middle there. Where's 8? Playing like an 8. The ball is won in the air nicely by AP. But only finds Malfara. Malfara steps around Ortiz, steps around Conestabbo. And he finds Bevan. Bevan drops it inside for Hannigan. And Hannigan gives it away and they're coming in behind. Ortiz is in behind Bevan now. Ortiz, can he step inside and shoot? Steps inside, steps outside. Presley Ortiz drives it in low and opens the scoring here at Lambert Park. 26 minutes gone, and Presley Ortiz opens the scoring. And that is his 18th goal of the season. Presley, was a bit of push and shove going on here now after the goal. Presley Ortiz getting involved with Malfara. Marcic is there. It's a little bit unsavoury. In the aftermath of the goal, Presley Ortiz went running back. There's a little bit of jersey grabbing, a little bit of pushing and shoving. There's probably 3/4 of the players now involved. Presley Ortiz has made it 1-0 to the home side. The referee's got a little bit of sorting out to do here. He's just staged, well, he's got a yellow card out here. Looks like for Malfara. Malfara is still having a bit of a chat with Ortiz. The referee has separated the two of them, but looks very much like he's going to book both of them. Indeed he is. Presley Ortiz gets a yellow card. And Seb Malfarra gets a yellow card. What have I done, ref? Says Seb Malfarra. I think it's at the very start of the incident. I just saw Ortiz coming back towards halfway. I looked up at the clock to check the time that the goal was scored in, and by the time I glanced back down, with Ortiz and Malfarra, hadn't quite come to blows. It was grabbing of jerseys at 2 paces. And, the referee now sorted it all out. He's booked both of them. The game can restart. And it is now 1-0 to the home side. APIA Leichhardt probably deserving of that lead in these last few minutes. They've held the ball nicely. They've been making some good runs in behind. Contestable playing well. Ortiz creating chances. They've got to come from behind yet again. Next stoppage in play, I'm going to bring you a stat that is unbelievable about how often this SD Raider side are behind at half-time. They're almost never ahead at half-time. It's almost always they're behind or it's a draw at half-time. I did a little review during the week. And, I'll bring you that stat now because we've got a bit of an injury down. He's gone. An incredible stat for the SD Raiders. In the last 11 games, they've been losing or drawing at half-time on 10 different occasions. 6 times they've been losing, 4 times they've been drawing in their last 11 games, and that's games from the 6th of June until last week. But in those same games, they have won 7 and drawn 1. It's absolutely incredible. Losing 6 and drawing 4, but they've won 7 and drawn 1 of those same games. So I'm not sure what they're putting in the half-time Gatorade /tea/whatever else it is they're taking. But it seems to be working. They're almost always behind, but they almost always come back into it and get themselves either 3 or 1 point. Similar story in the Australia Cup. It was 0-0 at the end of full time, but they conceded in the first half of extra time. So behind at half-time again, and then they came back, equalised in the second half of extra time and won the game on penalties. So it's been an absolute specialty for them so far this year. So Lockie Everett is just hobbling off here in the background. I'm not suggesting for a moment that they're doing this on purpose. Trailing at half-time and then going on to win or draw games. But it's been an incredible feature of the final 2/3 of their season. It was not a feature at the start of the season. They basically were just losing games no matter what. First 6 games, no wins, 1 draw and 5 losses. They've completely turned things around, and they will need to turn things around here again at Lambert Park. They're 1 down, 30 minutes on the clock. APIA Leichhardt playing with confidence. And here is Kuda again, playing the ball over the top for Jordan. Can he get on the end of it? Ortiz stays on side. Ortiz dinks it back inside for Jordan. Couldn't quite find it. Flag it stayed down there as Ortiz had timed his run to perfection. And now it's McGrath. Really on in front from McGrath. So checks back inside, checks back outside. Finds his number 9. And gets the ball back again and then plays it in short. They're closing down really well here at APIA Leichhardt. Delhi finds Contestable. Tries to unleash Jordan. They've got it back again. Monge. Contestable finds Segredo. Really lifted it a gear or 2 here at APIA Leichhardt. Segredo against McGrath. It does well, McGrath. But at the expense of a corner. You could just see there, as soon as the men in green got the ball, looking to bring the ball out from the back. Absolutely no options, really. And everything covered. Delhi was there. Contestable was there. AP was moving closely. They turned over the ball quickly. Straight onto the attack, APIA Leichhardt. Segredo tried to get around the outside of McGrath. Couldn't quite get around him, but won himself a corner, which Delhi now shapes to take with the right foot. He's got Monge coming short. He's not going to find him, I don't think. Shaw, AP calling for the ball in the middle. Delhi now floats it in towards the penalty spot. So Malfarra is there. Looks to clear it away. Can't get it away, Malfarra. Loses possession, wins it well, and wins it a 3rd time. Now Malfarra. He's done well to find Knezovic. They're going to break here. The men in green, it's McGrath. McGrath to unleash Malbassa. Not quite as fluid as they would have liked to have been there. They won the ball well on the edge of their box. Passes just a fraction behind teammates. They weren't quite able to affect the breakaway there in transition. APIA Leichhardt funneling them back nicely. And they broke things up and they got the ball again with Kalach. Kalach plays it forward for Contestable. He's in an absolute acre of space here, Michael Contestable. Everybody is backed off. And he's unleashed Segredo. Segredo has got Ortiz and Jordan. Ball is played in for Presley Ortiz! 2-0. A terrific breakaway there in transition. APIA Leichhardt. Michael Conestabo finds the ball in an acre of space. He looks up. He finds Jordan Segredo. Segredo looks up. He had two options in the middle. One was Presley Ortiz. One was Rory Jordan. And he put it on a plate for him. Just in that area of uncertainty between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. Presley Ortiz attacks the ball brilliantly. And after 33 minutes, it's Presley Ortiz again. 2-0 to APIA Leichhardt. They're fully deserving of this lead now. Goal number 19 for Presley Ortiz. Is he on for another hat-trick? It was a hat-trick for Presley Ortiz in round 25. It was a hat-trick for Michael Conestabo in round 26. They seem to have forgotten the script in round 27 against the George FC. But the writers have gotten together. And they seem to be back on top. 2 good. Irish commentators' least favourite number. 33 minutes gone in this first half. And they can even afford a little stumble there. Michael Kuda stumbles, but, regains his feet, gets the ball, finds Monge, he finds Shaw, and now Kalach spreading the ball out to this near side for Cameron Fong. Kills the ball beautifully, Fong. Finds Segredo, back heel, back inside. Fong just had his run check there. Good defending from Aramago. Leave that one for me. Says Jet McHugh Shore. No real options there. Eventually, Marcic comes short, but he's hurried off the ball quickly. And AP gets it, drops it in for Jordan. Again, space in the middle of midfield here. Got to do something about this structure, I think, the ST Raiders. They're playing 3 at the back and 2 out wide. And on a number of occasions now, Conestabo, and there again Rory Jordan, are in a space. You could draw a circle with Rory Jordan in the middle, as you could with Michael Conestabo, probably 10 metres in diameter. And absolutely no green jersey anywhere near either Jordan or Conestabo. That led to the goal with Conestabo finding Segredo, who in turn found Ortiz. Rory Jordan just couldn't quite bring the ball under control there. But a huge area of space right in the middle of midfield there. It's a challenge for the men in green. And I know they've come back from half-time deficits a few times so far, but this is going to be a big challenge for them now. As Conestabo is caught in possession by McGrath. McGrath drops it outside now from McHugh Shore. Now he's got some space in front of him, McHugh Shore. Takes a touch, takes a second. Aramago comes short from, but Aramago was hurried off the ball there by Fong. Fong is charging forward, but Bevan saw the danger. Slipped across nicely. McHugh Shore again. Back inside for Bevan. He had to be on his toes there, Ethan Bevan. Otherwise, Cameron Fong running from deep. He's going to be straight through on goal. Swept in nicely. Now the ball is back with Figueroa. He finds Hannigan. Hannigan looking to play it over the top. Didn't quite catch it. And Kuda now is back on the attack. Drops it outside. Short ball for Jordan. He finds Ortiz. Ortiz, Kuda making the run. He stays on side. Conestabo's in the middle. The ball is dropped behind for Segredo. Can't quite connect. And Jordan can't quite control it. And it goes for the throw in. We're going to have a change here. And it's Everett. He's limping off. Well, perhaps that's the reason why there's so much space in the middle of midfield. Because Lockie Everett is struggling somewhat. And off he goes. He had been down injured, Lockie Everett. He cannot continue. And that is difficult, not just for today, but also for their Australia Cup Challenge midweek, as Conestabo cops one directly in the back of the head, but it's fallen nicely for Ortiz. It's Matty Lee who's come on in the 15 jersey, and he's there, wins the ball well in the air. Lee scored his penalty very nicely midweek. Matty Lee strode up with confidence. The Channel 10 Paramount Plus commentator letting us know that he's a project manager with all these great pieces of information in the Australia Cup. He is out there and he's got quite a project to manage. And it's Michael Conestabo, who is in fine form here this afternoon, and Lee is going to be right in the middle of midfield there by the looks of things. And here is Ortiz again. He's on a hat-trick. Can he get around Hannigan? Gets around Hannigan well. Hannigan pulling it back. Ortiz drives it in. Rory Jordan is there. Can't quite get a touch, and there is Lee. Substitute. Gets there well just before Conestabo. And plays it away, and there is AP. Very composed at the back, did well. Stepping away from Aramago. Stepping well, Aramago does well. Works back hard. Wins the ball. Can't quite find a teammate. As Monge settles it all right down. And finds Delhi, who in turn finds Shaw. All the way back to Kalach they go. They'll Rebuild from the back. As Kalach finds Shaw again. So it's Leon and Everett off, confirming that substitution. Kalach taking his time. Looks for Segredo. McHugh Shaw coming. Segredo dinks the header forward beautifully for Ortiz. Takes a touch and a second. Two defenders bearing down on him. Drops it inside for Segredo. Takes a touch. Segredo. Can he shoot? Well, he stumbled slightly, and Michael Conestabo also fell directly in front of Jordan Segredo. That seemed to throw him off slightly. The shot then came off his shin rather. So they've won it back yet again. Franz Deli. He's been an absolute workhorse there. In the middle of midfield, Shaw with the header. Kalach not waiting around for it to come back. Drives the ball forward. Ortiz, I think, drifted into an offside position. So he held his ground somewhat. As Figueira bowls it out for Cox Barlow. Segredo working hard. There's a bit of space there for Cox Barlow if he wanted to go into it, but Segredo closed him down really well. Made sure he couldn't work his way into that space. And now Malfari and Bevan exchanging passes, and Hannigan forward from Albassa. The ball comes back again with interest. Ortiz, he's in behind here. Presley Ortiz off the post and away. Presley Ortiz with a chance for the first half hat-trick. And a classic German hat-trick, as they say. You've got to score all 3 goals in a row in the first half. It's very hard in Germany to get a hat-trick. You've got to score them in a row in the same half of football. Presley Ortiz just a millimetre away there from doing just that. Ball came back off the post. Figueira, just a spectator at that point. Zaramago wins it well in the air. Collision really with Mihail Marcic there. They are looking a little bit disjointed, ST Raiders. And APIA Leichhardt gaining in confidence with every minute. AP zips the pass in now for Segredo. Heavy touch from Jordan Segredo. Robbie Aramugo does well and finds Malfari, who in turn finds Lee. Lee looking to exchange passes, but he's given it away. And Ortiz comes again. Conestabo in behind. He's onside, Conestabo. Steps, checks inside. Finds Ortiz yet again. Ortiz for Jordan. Jordan with the shot. Jordan can't quite find the back of the net. Well, they're toying with them now, APIA Leichhardt. Figueira with the save. It was Harlem Globetrotters stuff there from APIA Leichhardt. Any one of 3 players could have pulled the trigger. Jordan in the end does. And a chance again for Ortiz. What a save. Oh, miraculous save. Gordon Banks-esque there from Michael Figueira. He is just keeping the score down at this point, is Figueira. And they're coming again, APIA Leichhardt. They're not finished yet. Conestabo on the ground battling. Well, it's chance after chance here at Lambert Park. And eventually an offside flag gives them some respite. But Figueira, an absolutely incredible low save there. Reminiscent of Gordon Banks, that famous save in the 1970 World Cup where he reached down low and flicked the ball away, denying Presley Ortiz the hat-trick. Just moments earlier, Ortiz off the post. It's 2-0. Rory Jordan with the chance that Figueira saved as well. They will be really looking for that half-time whistle, ST Raiders. Of course for them, with a much smaller squad than APIA Leichhardt. Not used at all to playing midweek football. APIA Leichhardt have had these cup runs in recent years. They've also had the Australian Championship, and they're coming again. It's Monge. Referee says a little bit of a tug of the jersey there. Speaking with Goran Laboya beforehand, and he did say how challenging it was. This team, they are not used to playing game after game after game, midweek games, challenging games, television games. They're on television for one of the first times during the week as well. All this pressure, not just mental pressure, but physical pressure, makes things difficult. This APIA Leichhardt team, many of these players, of course, played in the Australian Championship last year. They would have played in cup runs before. And here is Kuta floating it over the top. It's been left. It's Fong, and Fong dinks the ball in there. 3-0. 42 minutes gone. A gift for Cameron Fong. They could not clear their lines. The ball was floated in, rather nonchalantly floated in from Michael Kuta. They could not clear their lines effectively, the men in green. And the gift fell right to the feet of Cameron Fong. He had time, and he just played the ball slowly and calmly into the bottom corner there. 3 goals to nil. They are very, very well worth this 3-goal lead. Interesting decision now for both coaches. The chances of this game being anything other than an APIA Leichhardt win now seem to be almost zero. Does Goran Laboya take some of his players off and rest them with the focus on Sydney FC midweek? Does Franco Perez do likewise? They've got a very, very difficult challenge of Melbourne victory and the run into the season. They've got Sydney United 58, of course, next week, and what is looming as a likely title decider. Decisions for both coaches to make about what they do with their troops. No difference could also still come into this, of course, in the run in. And here's Colasabo again. And here's Ortiz. Well, he was only a fraction of an inch offside here. From our vantage point, we are almost parallel. He checked his run slightly. Colasabo did give the ball early, scooped it through. But the assistant on this near side, it's Glenn Stubbings and Marco Salmons, who are 2 officials. Very, very well positioned. No hesitation. Flag went straight up. Presley Ortiz. Wouldn't be that perfect hat-trick. There's been a goal in between now. The perfect German hat-trick, as you said. But, he would have been bearing down on goal with a great chance. He's looked so lively here this afternoon. And this earlier than flag kick-off. They've moved the game forward. It should be a 6 o'clock kick-off. They've moved to 4 p.m. just to give them that extra little bit of time to recover. Time for both of their challenges in the Australian Cup midweek. Now, McHugh Shore, played over the top. Aramago gets a touch. He's there again, that man. Alessandro, AP. He's been a rock at the back there. Very, very calm and composed. As we approach half-time here at Lambert Park, APIA Leichhardt in total control. 3 goals to nil. They've had numerous other chances. 5 would not have been an unfair reflection based on the chances. Here's Aramago, looking to get past Fong, can't quite do it. Fong going around the outside. Well, Fong, he's pushed into the fence there. Referee waves it off though. Jet McHugh Shore. The fence is quite close here at Lambert Park. Jet McHugh Shore making full use of it. Cameron Fong, I guess when you're 3-0 up, you're able to just laugh those away. And here is Ortiz. Ortiz, he is onside. Ortiz looking for that hat-trick. Presley Ortiz checks back inside. Will he find a teammate? Holds it up. He's got 2 defenders there right on top from Presley Ortiz. Drops it back now for Deli. Franz Deli. Composed as ever, Deli. Drops it back for Segredo. For Ortiz, I beg your pardon. Ortiz finds Fong. He's got Monge. Back again for Fong. Good performance here from Fong. Worked hard in defence and attack. Got a goal to his name as well. Ball is played through now for Segredo. Take a touch over defender there. So he's definitely onside, Segredo. Loses the ball, grabs the jersey. Jet McHugh Shore has won himself a free kick, but you got to think they would be delighted to hear the half-time whistle now. They're looking a little bit jaded. The men in green, legs are tired, socks around the ankles from quite a few players, including Luka Knezovic directly in front of us here. We've had a minute already of stoppage time. Ethan Zvargulis has a little glance at his watch there again. The ball is played well. The ball is played straight into touch and into the back row of the stand here at Lambert Park. No rush really from either side to retrieve the ball here. It's Fong there looking to get it back. Eventually AP with a bit of volleyball there, dropping it off for Fong. Segredo, well, he's caught Heisey there, Segredo. Be a high foot there directly below us from McHugh Shore. And again, when you're 3 goals to the good, you're probably not going to complain as vociferously as you might if it's 0-0. And here is Lee now from McHugh Shore. Now a bit of space for the first time in a long time. Knezovic looks to step inside. Colasabo can't quite do it. Gets a friendly rebound though. And he comes again for Lee. Lee looking to find Malfara, to find Marcic. Can't find either. Gets the ricochet though. Finds McHugh Shore. McHugh Shore for Aramago. Inside from Malfara. Malfara. Get the ball back again, and it's Marcic now. Marcic looks to pull the trigger. Just has his shot checked by Monge as he was about to unleash the shot there. Did really well, did Monge. He's given away the throw-in. And it's Lee again. Battling hard since he came on. Colasabo, or I beg your pardon, Michael Kuda. Leaves it, and it's played long, and he's there again, Prezi Ortiz. Battling for absolutely everything. Well, McGrath does it, wins it well, finds Hannigan. Hannigan returns the pass for McGrath. But Delhi coming in yet again. He's been a menace in midfield there, Franz Delhi. Anytime ST Raiders have the ball with any sort of space, Delhi is there. He's battled hard, and there is your half-time whistle. Almost a complete performance here from APIA Leichhardt at Lambert Park. They lead by 3-0. They've hit the post. They've had shot saves brilliantly by Figuera. They've had other half chances that they couldn't convert. A couple of half chances for the men in green. But as we pause now for half-time, it is the home side, APIA Leichhardt, in a very, very commanding 3-0 lead. And we'll see you again in about 15 minutes' time.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through Raffletix. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
Errington on the edge of the box, Kushka. Inside one defender, can he get inside two? Battling for the ball, still there for Clark. Clark plays it across, and it's a tap in for Bailey Callahan. Beautiful feed, a beautiful interplay there. Harb versus Curto. He's waited an age here, his Jyden Harb. Takes 2 steps back, Jyden Harb, and he converts into the bottom corner. 1 goal apiece. It's Jyden Harb from the penalty spot. He's on song now, Kukushka. Touches the ball back inside for Bagaria. Bagaria with the shot, low-driven shot. Oh, it slipped through the fingers! It has slipped through the fingers. A calamitous error there from Tristan Prendergast. Armanakis plays it short. Nizam, he had a chance in the first half. Can he create a chance in the second half? Got Nizam! Well, it's off the post, it's off the line. The goal is given! The goal is given.
Good ball in. Knezovic lays it to Everett, goes low, Kianese! There's the opener for the Raiders. A brilliant finish from a man in a rich vein of form. Malbassa launches it forward. Franson heads it past his keeper. It's an open goal for McGrath if he could get to it. Back across. And that's the 3-point sealed for the Raiders. Yakov Malbasa. Now Rag. Can they make it 3 here? Malbasa again. 2 off the bench for Yakov Malbasa. And it is 3-0 for the Raiders.
Marconi looked as though they were finding their rhythm a short time ago, but they've been opened up here by the straight ball. And Evans is bearing down on goal. Kai Evans! His first senior goal, taken brilliantly. Almost an ever-present since his recall. And they're striding forward again here, Manly. He might be able to double his money, Evans. Or can he find a teammate? Coop! It's 2! Disaster for Marconi. Manly are in dreamland. Poised. And he does find Bayliss at the top of the box. And then Yesic sweeps the ball home. And Marconi are alive. A hush descends over Cromer Park. And De Robillard scores. That should be the decisive goal.
Doing well to win the loose ball. Sutherland can't maintain possession though, and it's a nice ball over the top for Fowler. It'll drop nicely for Fowler. 1-on-1 with Nisic. Nisic gets a hand to it, but ball's in the back of the net. Zach Fowler opens the scoring here. Seymour Shaw, roughly 30 metres from goal. Will be Perez to step up. And it's in the back of the net. John Perez, what a strike that was. Jordan Perez, take a bow.
Couldn't find the angle for a shot. Defers to Kobayashi. Peacock got up but didn't get. Will it drop here? Keeley! Spirit hit the front. We'll be happy to have avoided all those scares, but this might drop here for Peacock potentially. Lays it off. Keeley! 2-0. Callum Keeley with a quick fire double. O'Brien. Major deflected ball. It's in. Blacktown have their goal back. Spirit have got superior numbers in space. Alawalia. Oh, it's in. Spirit have surely sealed it now.
Can we find a goal? Bedleg doing his best to try and create one for the home side. Nearly forces a chance. Does force a chance. And there's the opening goal of the night for St George City. Lucas Bedleg, 3 weeks running, puts the home side in front.
Fujita and Yamamura with a shot, and he's picked out the bottom right corner. And Wollongong have the lead. And now Tillo can carry on down the right wing. Great ball from Vlasiewicz. Still going Tillo inside. Blocked by Duarte. And Krislovic has scored. It's 1-1. Flies it over halfway. Shaked. Ball over the top for Krislovic. He's in on goal here. Pokes it past Kunyul. And have United 58 just won it right at the death. What an impact the young striker has had off the bench. But it is heartbreaking for the Wolves.
Yeah, we're almost ready for the off here at Lambert Park in the second half. A couple of changes to report to you. We'll bring you those in just a moment. And away we go. Now Hannigan playing the ball forward, looking to find Armago. Armago wins it really well in the air. Can they get a goal right at the start of the second half? Well, they can't, but a couple of their substitutes there looking to get involved. Riley Cox-Barlow, he's on in the 19 jersey, as is Charlie Ragg in the 18. As far as I can see, they're the only two changes for the men in green. Alex Denmead is on in the 30 jersey for APIA Leichhardt as Hannigan comes across the front of Ortiz. Ortiz comes again. A little bit of a grab back there from Ortiz, but a fairly heavy challenge from Hannigan in the first place. So probably 6.5 dozen of the other there. As they're Amago now, looking to find Marcic, and he finds it. Marcic plays the ball into space. Chance to get themselves right back into this game at the start of the second half. Riley Cox-Barlow there, just in behind, took the pass nicely. Couldn't quite fashion the chance. And just looking around to see Ali Saab looks to have come on as well for APIA Leichhardt. Rory Jordan now on the ball. As they play it around the back. Shaw. Short now for Kuda. Capturing the side tonight, Michael Kuda looking to unleash Denmead. Can't quite find him. Charlie Ragg is there, and he drops it inside from Alfara for Hannigan. Forward. Deli is there. Is he held back, Deli? No, says the referee. And it's Aramago. Segredo drops back. Is that a foul? No, says the referee a second time. And there is Saab. Saab finds Kuda. Kuda for Ortiz. Still on a hat-trick, Ortiz. Looks to get inside Hannigan. Hannigan drags him. Let's go just at the last moment there, Cooper Hannigan. Ortiz, still Ortiz outside for Denman. Denmead steps inside. Denmead, well, he was making to shape for a shot there. Thinks better with beautiful feet inside for Saab. Saab plays it across to the far side for Segredo. Can he keep the ball in here, Jordi Segredo? Well, accelerates at the last moment there. Does really well. Keeps the ball in play nicely. Looking to step around Marcic. Can't quite do it. So it's Michael Conestabo who has made way in the number 8 jersey, perhaps being saved for bigger challenges coming up midweek and next week. We spoke about it just before the half-time break. Some decisions to make for both managers. Are they going to rest some players? Are they going to take some players off? Are they going to save some people for midweek? And they both appear to have done that to a degree. Ortiz drops it back now for Fong. Beautiful touch from Fong. In for Ortiz. Takes it away from McGrath nicely. Still battling for the ball out there on that far side. Marcic and Fong this time. But Fong is the one who's won it. And he drops it inside for Saab. And a chance to step inside and find Michael Kuda there. Michael Kuda, a little shake of the head there for Michael Kuda. He perhaps thought that the ball could have been switched across for him. But it's there now with AP. AP looking to play it forward for Segredo. Can't quite find him. And confirming it's Ali Saab in the 28, advertised as 26, but he's in the 28 jersey out there. And Alex Denmead, they've both made their way on. It's Conestabo who's made his way off. Beg your pardon, I will confirm the other player that's made way in just a moment. It's Cooper Hannigan. Brings the ball out from the back. Hannigan is checked well by Ortiz. Has to come back inside. And he finds McGrath. McGrath striding forward now. Played in neatly for Cox-Barlow. Cox-Barlow battling again. He's lost out Cox-Barlow. And he's given away the free kick there. Franz Deli again. In the heart of everything. Just snapping at people's heels. He is playing in a classic 6 or an 8. Is often the jersey number that a player like Franz Deli gets. He's linking up well with other players, playing short square passes, diagonal passes. I beg your pardon, but defensively, from a defensive midfield point of view, he's been terrific in the first half. And now here is Shaw for Kuda. Kuda looking to just shape his body and get the ball forward for Denmead. Couldn't quite make the angles work. And the throw in now comes for Hannigan. Hannigan was claiming the ball never came into play. There's a little conversation there. Keeper Hannigan saying that the wrong ball was used. Referee is saying, well, the ball is now being kicked off the side. Oh, there's a problem with the ball, in fact, by the looks of things. That's being kicked off there. And, at the end of all of that, a throw in for Hannigan. Finds McGrath. Back for Figueira. Figueira for McHugh Shore. Marchich inside for Lee. Lee loses out to Saab. Saab for Denmead. Two substitutes combining well there. And he checks back inside again, Denmead. Looking over both shoulders. Looking to see what's on. And he plays it in low for Ortiz. Ortiz with a little flick out for Segredo. Off the post again. For the second time tonight, the woodwork is hit by APIA Leichhardt. Figueira again, beaten all ends up on that occasion. Segredo with the shot. Ortiz with the would-be assist there. 5 minutes into the second half. And they're starting things as they finish things at the end of that first half here in the second half. Attacking well, creating chances, great movement. Segredo and Ortiz amongst them. Score remains at 3-0. As Lee looks to drop it off. Well, he's caught late there. Challenge came in. And he's, it's going to be a yellow card here for Delhi. Yeah, timed almost all of his challenges right so far, Franz Delhi, in fairness. But, just got that one slightly wrong. And he's entered the referee's notebook. And confirming Fabien Monge is the other player that has made way at half-time in the number 19 jersey. Free kick now, floated in towards the edge of the box. A little bit of push and shove, a lot of push and shove, in fact, on the edge of the box there. Delhi tangling with McHugh Shore. But nothing doing, says our match referee. Well, back you go again. He's been a stickler for this tonight, as Evan Zvargulis, making sure the throw-ins are being taken from the right spot. And it's Cameron Fong on this occasion being sent back. And he gets the ball again, Fong, hurdling over Eramago and dropping it inside for Delhi. Delhi, full 360 there. Finds Fong again. And in turn, back for AP. Takes a touch outside Marchich and then plays it forward in the general direction of Rory Jordan. But Cooper Hannigan does well. And then just loses his footing at the last second, Cooper Hannigan. But loses his footing because he had been fouled. And he's back up on his feet again, Cooper Hannigan. As we approached half-time, quite a few of the players in green, they did look to be puffing just a little bit. Cooper Hannigan was not one of them. He still got the socks pulled up nicely just to the edge of the knees. He looks to be one of the fitter players out there, but quite a few players puffing quite a bit. Smart decision to rotate things just a little bit as the ball is floated in there. And it's headed up to the back post for Eramago. Can't quite get a touch on it. Marchich battling with Delhi, and Delhi wins out again there and wins the throw-in. A little bit of a lull in this game, as you might expect. 3-0 at half-time is always an interesting score. Both teams, in reality, unless there's an Istanbul-esque shock, Liverpool versus AC Milan reference there, the game is likely already decided from a points point of view. But, if you can just inch your way back into things, get yourself one goal, you never know. And here is Eramago looking to do that. Just a little bit too much there on the cushion pass from Marchich. And Kalach comes out, picks up, bowls it out then for AP, who finds Fong, and he plays it forward for Ortiz. Ortiz can't quite get there. Jordan now touches it for Delhi. Delhi back for Jordan. Jordan for Cooties. Left him short there. Delhi again to the rescue. And forward again from Kalach. Kalach for Hannigan. Hannigan, I touched it off for a teammate there who we thought was making his way towards the ball, Charlie Ragg. Couldn't get there in time. And now on the far side, Segredo looking to make it up on the overlap there. Good defending again from McHugh Shore. That's been a good battle. Jordan Segredo probably shaded it. And now Segredo leaves the throw. And again, a tussle in midfield here with Marchich striding forward. Plays the ball into space nicely. And a touch. Holding it up there is Cox Barlow. Pacey Cox Barlow. The ball is played in low, but behind all of his teammates. He had 3 different teammates to pick out there inside the box. Knezovic could not pick out any one of the 3, played behind all of them. Picked up by Apia, and they're back again in transition with Segredo, looking to go around the outside of Lee. Looking to go around the outside of Lee a second time, but he battles back well, Lee. Went past Lee, went past McHugh Shore. Excellent second effort there from Maddie Lee. Did well, won the ball well. Quite a few players warming up down below us. Looks like SD Raiders ready to make another couple of changes. We've got 2 players warming up heavily, looking like they're ready to enter the fray, but not just yet. As APIA Leichhardt come again with Deli. Deli and Marcic. Well, Marcic has won the ball and he's won the throw, but he throws it inside and finds only Saab, who in turn finds Jordan. But battling back really well there. Knezovic lost the ball, worked hard, got it back, finds Malfara. Malfara looking to find Marcic over the top. AP is there. He checked the run nicely. Little look over the shoulder. You can see that pass was a little bit too long. And then Kalic bowls it out for Deli. Back for Kalic. Let's bring it this side, says Michael Kuda. Shaw is there and steps inside very elegantly indeed. Knezovic. A bit of a wave of the fist into the air. Knezovic, he was beating all ends up there. As Saab now comes and plays it for Denmead. Denmead again. Saab has continued his run, but Denmead is holding onto the ball. Saab has still continued his run. Denmead trying to find him, but couldn't quite find him. And it's Malfara. Malfara for Knezovic. He'd held his run there and stayed on side nicely. And he's got Malfara there looking for the ball again. But, Jordan does excellently. Plays the ball back towards his defenders. AP slides in, plays it forward. Just to the general direction of Jordan Segredo. Couldn't quite find him. Segredo battles well, wins it. Drops off a lovely little pass there for Saab. And here come those changes. Well, there's at least one change happening. And it is Knezovic who's going to make his way off. He has looked a little bit leggy at the start of the second half. Knezovic, those socks down almost around the ankles. And, he is going to make way in the number 10 jersey, and he is going to be replaced by Thomas Santarossa, who came on to great effect in the Australia Cup game during the week. Santarossa showed pace, showed agility, showed determination, and was a very key player in their equalising goal. It was an own goal. And there's Eramago. Well, Eramago, a late challenge there on Shaw. Felt like he got the ball first, Eramago. Referee very much not in agreement. Calls him forward. And in no uncertain terms is letting him know that that's the end of that. And Franz Deli would be looking on with that and saying, well, there's only really one foul from me and I got a yellow card. But, about as close as you can get to getting a yellow card without getting one there. Ethan Zvargulis laying down the law to Robert Eramago. He's been decent tonight, Eramago. He's worked hard. Had a couple of chances early in the game. One header in particular, when it was still 0-0. But, he's worked hard for his money tonight. As Marcic drops it off from Malfara with a spectacular through ball there. Beautifully done from Malfara. And now Santarossa brings it across for Eramago. Brilliant save from Oliver Kalac. Coming across beautifully, Kalac. He waited and made sure that the ball had come all the way across and then protected his near post. That was really all Eramago had to aim at. But Kalac spread himself beautifully. I saw a little clip on social media during the week asking the question, is Oliver Kalac the goalkeeper of the year in the NPL New South Wales? Well, I certainly don't have a vote on that, but if I did, I think Kalac would be at the absolute top of the list. He has been tremendous this season for the men from Lambert Park. But he's got a bit more defending to do here now. Corner. It's going to be whipped in now, it seems, to the near post. It is whipped in. The 2-goal man, Pretley Ortiz, does well, wins it well. And it's Santarossa again. He drops it off from Malfara. Malfara flicks it across. The header comes in. Almost to a man. APIA Leichhardt players claiming that there was an offside there. No flag from our assistant on this near side. But it mattered not. The header went, from an APIA Leichhardt point of view, harmlessly away and wide. Looking like there's going to be some substitutions now for the self-same men from Lambert Park. Nico Perez down there, having conversations with several players, and the bibs are off. Now here is Shaw. Well, the assistant thought about flagging for an offside there, but APIA Leichhardt in possession. So he's let them keep the ball, and it's back with Kalach, who finds Kuta. Short for Delhi. Delhi's got Jordan there. Jordan steps inside one nicely, leaves McGrath for dead, and then plays it into space. Now Kuta charging forward, but Ortiz picks it up. Ortiz with Hannigan. Ortiz steps inside Hannigan. Ortiz with the shot. Comfortably saved. Comfortably saved in the end by Figueira. You could see what he was trying to do there, shaping his body, looking to try and curl the ball. But, could not quite get enough curl on it. And Figueira very well positioned. They can't retain the possession though. They play it forward. Shaw is there. He drops it off for Delhi, who in turn finds AP, who finds Kalach. Kalach with time plays it forward beautifully for Fong. Fong takes a touch inside. Is he barreled over? No, says our referee. It's Santa Rosa again. He's been in the thick of it since he's come on. The ball is played forward again. Kuta is there covering. Iramago is there. They've left it for each other. Oliver Kalach to the rescue yet again. And then Iramago collects the APIA Leichhardt defender. It's Michael Kuta, I think, and there is going to be a yellow card here. Iramago, that's 2 fouls in quick succession. And the referee had given him a stern talking to just a few moments ago, and he said, stern talking to, not a tier 2. And so you'll go into my book as well. Now, APIA Leichhardt. Some substitutions to make. Well, it's Presley Ortiz coming off. He is not going to get that hat-trick tonight. Off he comes, Presley Ortiz, and looks like it's Michael Kuta also coming off. He's going to pass the captain's armband to Rory Jordan by the looks of things. I know he lives on social media, so this one's for you. Here he is, Levi Shuriaga, coming on in the 62nd minute. He is in the 23 jersey. Hasn't featured greatly since that terrific late equaliser against Marconi. But Levi Shuriaga is on in the 23 jersey. And, there is also a change to the advertised substitutes bench. We've got number 34, Filato, is on. And, we'll just get a double confirmation of that. But what we're certain of is that Michael Kuta is off, as is Conestabo, as is Fabian Monge, as is Presley Ortiz. Now, one well in the air there by AP. He's looked absolutely terrific, hasn't he? And they're coming again now with Lee inside from Alfara. And in turn, he's found Cox Barlow. They've gone around the outside. Looks like McHugh Shore's in a bit of trouble there, but he's done well. He's fought hard. He's maintained possession, and here's Cox Barlow again. But, they've given it away. They've given it away to Rory Jordan. He was thinking about the long-range shot there again, Rory Jordan. He looks to play it in behind. Cannot quite connect there with Jordi Segredo. And they're being pressed very, very high. It's a very high press here. Shuriaga now pressing Figueira. Figueira. The wheels are coming off just a fraction here for the ST Raiders. It's been a very tough season for them. They've had a fantastic run of games in the last couple of weeks. 4 wins on the bounce. 5 if you include that win in the Australia Cup. And there was an Australia Cup win before that too. But, they have just come across a side with a little bit more depth, with a little bit more experience. And that is APIA Leichhardt. And they are 3 goals to the good here. And well worth that lead. We'll come back to confirm that other substitute. It's, as we said, Levi Shuriaga, who's come on. And we'll confirm for you who that other substitute is. As Jordan now with the captain's armband across. Works really hard there. He puts off Lockie McGrath very successfully. Now, played over the top. Can they get themselves somehow back into this game? Can they get themselves a lifeline? 2 substitutes again combining well. Cox Barlow and Rag. And the ball is crossed in there. The header comes in. And it's just over the bar. Marcic. Well, they're gradually creeping back into this game. The substitutions for APIA Leichhardt just making things a little bit more disjointed for this home side. And bit by bit, 20 minutes or so gone in the second half. If they could get themselves a goal, anything is possible. Now Shuriaga looking to put some pressure on Shuriaga. Good defending back there by McGrath. Heads it back to his keeper. And confirming, yes, there's a late change on dribble. So the 34 jersey, it's Josh Filato. He has made his way on. Josh Filato in 34. He has entered the fray. Now Hannigan looking to switch the play there. Only finds Fong, and Fong has got Segredo there beside him. Segredo now looking to check back inside and return passes with Fong, but can't quite find Fong. And that's a beautiful run. Marcic, he's beaten one, he's beaten two. Trying to find Santa Rosa. AP is there, does really well, then uses his size really well to hold off Santa Rosa, and then skill, and then control. That's a lovely bit of play, and then switches feet. Well, there's a little bit of insight into why they're so excited about that player. AP, as he is known to his teammates, Alessandro Piccin. Jude Dolan has flagged me that is how the name is pronounced. Beautiful bit of play there, holding the ball up, switching feet. He's done so well. And over on that far side, looks like it's Cameron Fong who's headed off. It is indeed Cameron Fong is headed off. And it's Kishimoto in the number 4 jersey who has come on. So a festival of substitutes now. Kishimoto also on. Filato also on in the 34 jersey. So yes, as we suggested at the end of the first half, the game probably decided. Both teams with important cup games during the week. They'll likely make some changes here. Give some players a bit of a run. To also give other players a bit of a rest. And now Eramago finds Lee, but Jordan is there again. Seems to have really livened up since he got that captain's armband, Rory Jordan. Not that he's not a lively player, but just an extra 5% or so in those tackles since the captain's armband was passed across to him. And there is Eramago, and that is a great bit of defending by the substitute, Josh Filato. He's done really well. He's got a little cheer squad here down below us as well, encouraging him on. Another young player breaking into this APIA Leichhardt side. 3 quarters now of this game gone. APIA Leichhardt, 3 goals to the good. Well worth it. Hit the post several times. And now Shuriaga. Can he get in behind? Cooper Hannigan is there. Shuriaga controls the ball with his head nicely. Looks to turn. No support to the outside of Shuriaga. Cooper Hannigan nipping at his heels. And Hannigan goes again. And it's going to be a throw in there out on that far side. Floodlights on here now. At Lambert Park, 5:30 in the evening in Sydney. It's turned into a lovely evening. A lot of rain earlier on today. A cool morning, cool start to the day. But, lovely weather conditions now. That wind that we had in the first half really seems to have died right down as the throw-in is taken. A slightly suspicious throw-in. The referee says, let's play on. It's Malfara with the ball at his feet, dancing and ducking and diving. And he does really well to find McHugh Shore. McHugh Shore spreads it across now to this near side. Eramago holding off Delmead. Holding off Delmead a second time and a third time. And, couldn't hold him off for a 4th time. And the ball is kicked away there by Delmead. He's got to be careful, Delmead. He just foolishly kicks the ball away there. Could have picked himself up a needless yellow card. The referee shows a little bit of leniency there. And still a conversation happening. Malfara, he's in everything. And he's just sending Charlie Ragg away. And they've got themselves a free kick. The foul absolutely did not happen almost anywhere near where that free kick is being taken from. It was much more towards the corner of the box. Referee, again, a little bit of leniency here. He's going to let Thomas Santarossa take this. And he's got a chance to float it in now. And he drives it in low, in fact, Santarossa. Saab does really well, gets there. They've retrieved it nicely. And it's Marcic. Well, the referee's blown a whistle here. He's reaching for his back pocket. There's an APIA Leichhardt player down in the box. clutching his face. I did not see the incident, but the referee is reaching into his pocket. He's pulled out a yellow card. And the yellow card is going to be given there to the number 12, Lockie McGrath. There's an APIA Leichhardt player down, not quite writhing in agony, but in that ballpark. It's Kishimoto in the number 4 jersey. But the yellow card brandished there for Lockie McGrath. So that's Malfara, McGrath and Eramago, all in the book and all still on the field. Delhi and Ortiz on the receiving end of yellow cards for APIA Leichhardt. They've got a really amazing distribution of yellow cards, APIA Leichhardt. Monge, Kaspers, Fong, Simmons, Shaw and Kalach, all with 3 yellow cards each. Very, very evenly distributed. Conestabo and Guatemala have got 5. Kuta and Franco Farinella with 4 each. So a really even distribution of yellows. Yeah, not sure if that's a deliberate ploy. Not quite so much for the men in green. Cooper Hannigan with 9 dominates the yellow card charts. Knezovic, Bevan and Cox Barlow with 5 apiece. Now, stats attack over. Here's Denmead, a lovely little back heel there from Denmead. And he finds Falato, who in turn finds Saab. Saab gets the return from Delhi. And now here's Kishimoto. And Kishimoto drops it back for Kalach, who in turn finds Shaw. And now Falato again has a look up. Plays the ball through, looking for Shuriaga, but Hannigan is there again. It's Hannigan, Shuriaga battle. Livening up again. Ball is played forward. Little touch from Falato up onto the roof. Rolling and rolling. And out it goes onto the street. There's always one per match where the ball goes out onto the street. And we've got ourselves another substitution now. And it's Malfara who's going to be making way. No Kianese coming on, just giving their top scorer, well, their joint top scorer. It's Marty Fernandez. Well, Bassett, in fact, and Noah Kianese, all on 7 goals apiece, and he's making his way on now as Noah Kianese. On he comes in the 14 jersey, and Seb Malfara, who was sitting on a yellow card, he's come off. Kianese has had an absolutely terrific season. 7 goals to his name, but a lot more than just goals from Kianese. Holds up the ball brilliantly, brings other players into it, battles well. He's great in the air, he defends well from set pieces as well. He's a sizable presence out there, Kianese, and he's going to get the last maybe 20 minutes or so here if we are on time for stoppages. As the substitute now below us, Josh Falato is ready to take the throw. Falato looking to find Shuriaga. Shuriaga and Hannigan, they're going at it again. Shuriaga and Hannigan. Shaw is there, wins it with the knee, part shin. And Hannigan has it again. He's going to play the ball over the top, but Shaw again intercepts. Delhi is there. Delhi, not quite the touch he would have wanted, but AP does well, recovers, gets a touch on it, and then does really well to win it a second time from Santa Rosa. And now Segredo and Santa Rosa battling it out. Segredo does well, finds his captain, Rory Jordan, who in turn finds Delhi. Well, Delhi's given it away almost immediately. Chance to shoot. Well, it's blocked well by Shaw. Franz Delhi looked up. Absolutely did not mean to find Charlie Ragg. Yeah, I beg your pardon, Riley Cox-Barlow. But here he is again, Cox-Barlow on the ball, playing it in low for Kianese. Kianese looking to find Eramago. Can he keep the ball in play? Can't quite keep the ball in play. Well, it is dusk here at Lambert Park. The lights have come on. But in that period of time, that 5 or 10 minutes between dusk and darkness and the lights really taking effect, it is a little bit dark here at Lambert Park, one of the darker grounds. A little bit like University of New South Wales. And, just seemed to catch out Franz Delhi there. Passed the ball directly to Riley Cox-Barlow. No APIA player within cooey of him. But, he's not punished. And that's a lovely piece of control from Shuriaga. Can he hold off the defender? He does really well, Shuriaga. And plays the ball in for, well, Jordan Segredo, who was held up just momentarily, Jordan Segredo. But he's come around the outside, Segredo. And he's done well. He's dropped it off for Jordan. Jordan inside the box now. Rory Jordan. Still going, but Lee does well and battles back. He's been lively since he's come on. Shuriaga held the ball up well. He's had an interesting little battle with Cooper Hannigan. And now Marcic looking to play it forward for Cox-Barlow. falls for Ramaga. And back again for Cox Barlow. Cox Barlow, great pace. Comes inside one, Cox Barlow. Goes around the outside of Delhi. Not quite sitting up front for a shot, but it does for Santa Rosa. Deflecting around inside the box. Shaw does well and gets it. Plays it down now. Directly underneath our commentary position. And Hannigan picks it up, throws it in quickly for Lee. Lee all the way back from McGrath. He's on a yellow McGrath. Had to be careful there. As Shuriaga was looking to bear down on goal. Here again is Hannigan and Shuriaga. They're at it again. And Rag drives it in low. It's half cleared. It's 3/4 cleared. It's fully cleared. The shot is in for Chianese. They have got themselves back into it. Well, there's 15 minutes to go here at Lambert Park. And Noah Chianese has driven in a beautiful shot. 30 minutes gone in this second half. Noah Chianese from the edge of the box. They've been creeping back into it bit by bit. Put his head down, got over the ball nicely. And Chianese, that is his 8th goal of the season. It is 3-1. Maybe it's not finished just yet. Chianese off the bench and on to the scoreboard. Just over 15 minutes to go here at Lambert Park. This would be a comeback for the ages if ST Raiders can do this. I mentioned earlier their statistics are absolutely incredible. The amount of times they've been behind or drawing at half-time in the last 11 matches. Losing 6 and drawing 4 of their last 11 at half-time. But they come back and they have won 7 and drawn 1 of those games. They are the comeback kings. Can they do it again? Some of them have been relatively unlikely. Some of them have been close games and they've been right in them. This would be the most unlikely of those comebacks if they can do it. Now, Santa Rosa with Kishimoto. Kishimoto, well, he stood on his ankle somewhat, Kishimoto, before he leapt to win the ball in the air. And they've got themselves a free kick in a very, very dangerous position. Is it squeaky bum time here for Franco Perese? SG Raiders. They scored 2 minutes ago. They've got a free kick in an extremely dangerous position here. Right on the edge of the box. Lots of interested parties coming across. Rag is there and looking interested. Cox Barlow is there and looking interested. There's a pause for a moment while a little bit of magic water comes on. They've got 3 in the wall as things stand. From my vantage point, I can see AP and Falato in the wall, and there's a third party, Jordan Segredo, I believe it is indeed. Oliver Kalach setting up his wall. Still a bit of a tension coming for the SG Raiders player who's down. He's just getting back up to his feet now. I think it's Santa Rosa, but we'll get confirmation of that just in a moment. He turns around, it is indeed Santa Rosa. He, of course, has to go off because he's received treatment. And so the free kick now. It looks like he's going to have a shot here, but he's setting up for the shot is Riley Cox Barlow. 3 in the wall. The ball is right on the edge of the box there. Maybe a foot or two, if nothing more, just to the edge of the box. And the ST Raiders, Goran Laboya's comeback kings. Can they get themselves right back into this? Cox Barlow floats it into the back post. Kalach does well, comes out, no messing around, punches the ball away well. And they're going to let it roll out of play. And it's McGrath who lets the ball roll out of play. But you can hear now the enthusiasm is back for the men in green. There's loads of chat. They're really encouraging each other. They're moving much more for the ball. Cox Barlow coming again, gets a touch. Gets a second touch, Cox Barlow. Does he win himself a corner? They really felt that they'd won a corner there. The substitute coming across really, really well there. Josh Falato did well, won it well. And they've just got to get themselves a little bit of possession here. APIA Leichhardt, take the sting out of this game somewhat. And SG Raiders, they're pressing high. They are not going to let APIA Leichhardt get out of the back there without a bit of a fight. Santa Rosa, Chianese pressing well. And is there a little bit of a push and shove there before the ball made its way towards them? What me, sir? Yes, you, sir. McHugh Shore, a shake of the head. Referee said we're going to take that throw in yet again, so no foul. Ball is won straight away. They've got the ball immediately at the ST Raiders with Lee. And now APIA sitting right back. Everybody except Levi Shuriaga inside their own half. They're pressing forward a little bit more now with Denmead and Jordan. And he's got to cut back inside, does Rag. And he finds Figuera. Driving forward now in possession. Out on that far side. McHugh Shore plays it in for Marchich. Zipped it in just a little bit too hard. And Segredo does well. Nice feet. Deli finds Jordan. Deli again with the cushioned header for Saab, for Shaw. Cox Barlow pressing high. Kishimoto forced all the way back. They've got 4-5 pressing high now, ST Raiders. And so Kalach plays it long over the top, I should say, looking for Segredo. Segredo battling for possession there. Lovely bit of control from McHugh Shore. And he plays it forward. Another cushioned header from Franz Deli. Just finds one of the APIA Leichhardt coaching staff there rather than a teammate. And ST Raiders now. Great movement. Cox Barlow, he's been very, very lively since he came on. He finds Hannigan. Every APIA player now inside their own half. And going backwards and backwards every minute. Cox Barlow looks to find Iramago. Can't quite find him. Rag takes the touch. Can he keep it in play here? He does well, Rag. He'll be looking to save the ball from going out of play. And it goes out for a goal kick there. Rag looked to have left the ball. And, I think he felt like it had taken a touch off an APIA Leichhardt jersey. Assistant referee there, perfectly positioned. Says yes, that's going to be a goal kick, which Oliver Kalach strolls across to retrieve the ball. He's going to go all the way across to the other side of the field. And that is smart play from Kalach, showing his experience. Just looking to take the sting out of this game somewhat. Give his teammates a chance to draw in some big ones, and then he plays it forward directly to Cooper Hannigan. Doesn't quite control it as he would have liked, but Iramago gets it. And there is Chianese and Deli. And Iramago driving through, plays it into space. McHugh Shore takes a touchdown. He goes. And the referee says that's a free kick, and a yellow card comes out as well. Well, all of the momentum now is with the away side. And it's Kyle Shaw. That's his 4th yellow card of the season. He's gone into the referee's notebook. And another dangerous free kick coming up here, I should say. Right on the edge of the small elliptical outside the edge of the box. It's almost too close to the box, dare I say it. You want to be maybe a metre or so further back to try and get it up and down and over the wall. But, Santa Rosa is there. He looks interested. Chet McHugh Shore looks interested as well. The referee is getting this APIA Leichhardt wall all the way back. 38 minutes gone in this second half. APIA Leichhardt cruising to what looked like a very comfortable 3-0 victory. But on comes Noah Chianese off the bench, and everything seems to have changed since Chianese came on. Now the free kick is taken, and it's driven. What a save! What a save from Oliver Kalach. Well, he's gone into the absolute top of the top drawer there to save that one. Reaches up. The ball looked destined for the top left-hand corner from our vantage point, but Oliver Kalach again to the rescue. He was the man to save those crucial penalties during the week, and again a terrific save. The danger's not averted. They've still got themselves a corner. Away it goes. Santa Rosa takes a touch. Well, the touch comes off his hand, and away it goes. Well, in the final analysis at the end of the season, will it be saves like that from Oliver Kalach that make the difference? A terrific free kick, driven left-footed shot from Jet McHugh Shore. But Kalach was there to make the save. And he was also looking to try and retrieve the ball, and I think if he retrieved it, he was going to walk back very, very slowly indeed. So Robert Iramago retrieves the ball for him, gets it to Kishimoto, and then Kishimoto says, well, Kalach is going to take it anyway. Shrill blast of the whistle there from the referee to say, no more of that messing around. Let's get this game going again. But, again, Kalach. Smart play, following on from absolutely brilliant goalkeeping. We spoke about it earlier. Is he the NPL New South Wales goalkeeper of the year? You've got to think he is a leading contender. As we come deep inside the second half, 5 minutes or so of normal time remaining. Chianese, he's dropped very, very deep to get the ball here. And he floats it forward up towards the edge of the box. Kishimoto wins it well in the air. He finds Deli. Deli turns nicely, draws the foul really well. Franz Deli, super piece of play there. held the ball up, felt the challenge coming from Marcic, waited for the challenge to come in, and then just tipped the ball away, took the foul, down he goes. He's now stayed down as well. Franz Deli asking for a bit of help up from Kyle Shaw, and he gets it eventually. Clever play from Deli. Stays down for just the right amount of time so that the physio doesn't come on. Runs 30 or so seconds off the clock. Another 30 or seconds being run off the clock with the tie of the shoelace, and that's going to be a yellow card now. I do think they are actually distributing around these yellow cards, because AP gets himself a yellow card. Franz Deli does not, because he's already on a booking. So again, a sensible play there as Shuriaga looks to contest. The ball just goes slightly over his head, as it does for Chianese. Eramago drops it down for Lee. Takes a nice touch in traffic there. Evades Deli, and he finds Rag. Rag back for Hannigan. Just off the side of the boot, Hannigan, and that is 2 out onto the road outside Lambert Park. And, confirming Alessandro Piccin, AP. He has entered the referee. No. Cooper Hannigan just off the outside of the boot there, like one of my golf shots. Sliced away. And now Shuriaga. Has he won himself a throw there, Shuriaga? He has indeed. And he's going to leave it for Falato, one of the substitutes. Falato finds Denby, the 3 substitutes combining. And here's Falato again. Let the ball, well, not going to let the ball roll out, but he does well. Holds it up nicely. Nice little bit of skill, and then wins himself a corner. Terrific play there from the young substitute, Josh Falato. Held the ball up nicely, used his body well. Moved the ball from one foot to the other, wins himself a corner kick. And again, Eramago, he's been ball kid in chief, as well as holding up the front of the offensive line. And he places the ball there for Jordan Segredo. Segredo, he'll take his time, haven't committed too many men forward. We've got Falato still back, Rory Jordan is back, Saab is still back, Franz Deli still holding the line. Segredo now floats the corner in, keeper comes, keeper punches, he does well, he gets it away, but Falato was there again, and lovely feet, stepping around 2 players. He's in the box now. Falato, will he shoot? He does indeed. He shoots well. Flag goes up. Keeper claimed the ball. It just ricocheted out off his hands and out for a corner. But terrific little few minutes there from Josh Falato. Great play on one side to win himself a corner. And then he's all the way over on the far side of the field. Some lovely feet. Dancing around a couple of would-be defenders, including Mihail Marcic there. Thought about driving it in low and saw that the ST Raiders defence had really backed off. He said, you know what, I'm going to have a shot here. Shot driven in at the second attempt. It was collected by Figuera, but the ball had drifted out for a corner kick. So second corner in quick succession now. And again, precious time coming off the clock here as the corner is driven in. But it's flicked away. And McHugh Shore has got her. Has he got any options? He drives it in for Lee. Can Lee get there? No, Rory Jordan doing really well. Sweeping around, plays it forward in the general direction of Shuriaga, who wins it in the air, but can't quite find a teammate. And now Lee is being held up by Segredo. Segredo does really, really well. The crumbs fell for the men in green, and they switch the play out to the far side for Rag. Rag for Chianese. Chianese floats the ball in. Can he get on the end of it? McHugh Shore, when he got a touch on it, at least McHugh Shore. Saab is looking to get there. Ali Saab charging towards the ball to try and keep it in, which is often a bit of an indicator that the last touch has come off a defender. The referee saw it otherwise. Ethan Svargulis, he's had a good game tonight. No nonsense referee, hasn't taken any you-know-what from any of the players. Distributed yellows when they needed to be distributed, and let the game float when it needed to be. Good performance from him tonight. And there is Kalac. Speaking of good performances, he's been absolutely outstanding. Marcic playing it forward. McHugh Shore flicks it off for Santa Rosa. But Deli is there again. The destroyer of almost all attacks, Franz Deli, just in the middle of midfield there. And now a lovely ball forward from Denmead. Shuriaga charging onto it. Gets a touch off his knee. He's got McHugh Shore there holding him up. Shuriaga, well through the legs. Shuriaga does really well. Bearing down a go. Shuriaga! Across the face and away. Lovely piece of skill out on that far side from Levi Shuriaga. McHugh Shore got too close. Played it through the legs, the nutmeg. Picked it up again. At Jordan Segredo in the general vicinity. But if you're a striker who's looking to make your mark and get your manager to notice you a little bit more, you're going to have a shot from there 9 times out of 10. He did indeed. And they've come back down the other end here. Saab, a heavy touch from Saab. And McHugh Shore has picked it up. McHugh Shore, is there a little bit of contact there? There is, but not enough for a penalty. And Rory Jordan then finds Segredo. Calm play from Segredo. Beautifully plays it back inside for Jordan. Jordan coming across the face of his goal. Well, he stood on the ball rather. And Marcic has picked it up. Marcic now inside the box. Marcic is held up by Kishimoto. Kishimoto with some very, very good defending, but he clears it away and finds his opposite number. Cooper Hannigan plays it in and it's cleared away. 4 played it in. 44 cleared it out. And, we've got a player down now for APIA Leichhardt. Looks like a little bit of cramp there perhaps. And we are already now into injury time. 40 seconds into injury time here. Referee says, yeah, let's keep going. It's not quite been a game of 2 halves. The first half absolutely dominated by APIA Leichhardt. Ortiz with 2 and Cameron Fong with another. They hit the post. They had a couple of other great chances saved really, really well by Figueira. But ST Raiders have won this second half by 1 goal to 0. A little bit of a phony war for the first maybe 20 minutes or so of the second half. APIA Leichhardt hitting the post. But, not many other chances apart from that. But the substitution with about 20 minutes or so to go, Noah Chianese coming on. That changed the mood. Chianese himself got on the score sheet. And here he is again, Chianese rising high. Can't quite win the ball in the air, but it's fallen for Rag. And Rag floats it in. Touch off an APIA Leichhardt defender. Chianese is there again. Gets a touch, but Oliver Kalach, who has been outstanding, particularly in the second half, Oliver Kalach, with a number of tremendous saves that have kept the score at 3 goals to 1. Almost 2 minutes of added time now gone. This game looks to be drifting to what was its inevitable conclusion you felt at half-time. But the ST Raiders, they've made it interesting. But there they lost the ball. Speaking of interesting, Rory Jordan, straight through. He's got 1 to beat. He goes down Hannigan. Rory Jordan passes the ball inside. Well, the ball is still there, Jordan. He lost the ball. He found it back. The keeper is battling for the ball on the edge of the box. Well, Rory Jordan, almost comedic in the end. He went straight through. He had a chance to shoot. He had support outside him with Denmead. He went to pass it to Denmead. The keeper got a touch. Jordan turned away in disgust, didn't realise the ball was still there for him. Ended up getting a touch again. It was a second chance to shoot. Keystone Cops-esque stuff here, right at the end of the game here. Jordan really should have scored. If he'd passed the ball earlier, you imagine Denmead might have scored. But, after all of that, the score remains at 3 goals to 1. Rory Jordan is just contemplating life now as he's down on his haunchers inside the centre circle. Might have scored, probably should have had an assist. But, ended up with an either in the end, and he's looking a little bit frustrated with himself there, Rory Jordan. But he's had a very good game tonight. That captain's armband has been well positioned for him. He's played well, he's worked hard, and he might have capped it all off with a goal there, but not to be. Segredo now is a little push in the back there. The referee says yes. 3 minutes, almost 3.5 minutes of injury time already played now. The referee has had a couple of glances at the watch there. But, we play on. APIA Leichhardt players still down. Do APIA Leichhardt now have one hand on the Premiership trophy? A terrific win here for them tonight. 2 extra points in terms of goal difference as well. Will that be key? Will that be a big difference at the end of the year? We're going to check the other scores now for a moment to just see what's going on elsewhere. Sydney Olympic. Well, Sydney Olympic, they are a goal to the good against Sydney United 58. Sydney Olympic 1 goal up. If that stays as it is, well, Aramago, he's got something to say about it now. He drops it back for Chianese. Chianese for Cox Barlow, back for Chianese. Chianese with the left foot. Comfortable for Kalach. Reflecting back on those scores, Bailey Callahan has opened the scoring for Sydney Olympic. If that stays as it is, and if the Sutherland Sharks can get a win tomorrow against Marconi, unless my maths is off, I think that secures the Premiership for APIA Leichhardt. And if it doesn't, it almost certainly makes it anything but a mathematical certainty that they will win with a terrific win here tonight against, at the start of the night, the 6th place team, ST Raiders. As we said, if other results go their way, that will be it on APIA Leichhardt. Will be your premiers in 2026. Denmead for Jordan. Can he make up for his mistake earlier? Rory Jordan! Just away and over the bar, Jordan. He grabs his leg. A little bit of cramp there as well for Rory Jordan. The referee says, let's hold it up for a second. He really is in a lot of pain there, Rory Jordan, by the looks of things. He's stretched really well for that, but it does look like cramp. He's writhing around. That familiar scene when a player has cramp. He really is hurting. Neither the referee nor the goalkeeper are helping him. There's no one else running in. And poor old Rory Jordan is having to grab his own foot. Shuriaga is dropping back. Up you get, says the bench. Not much sympathy there for poor old Rory Jordan. But he's up on his feet again and hobbling back to halfway. We've had 5.5 minutes now of injury time. No pressure on Cooper Hannigan. He's just striding forward. And he floats the ball now up into the box for Kianese. Kishimoto does well. Gets the ball to Saab. Saab brings it away and plays it into space for Segredo, who's caught late there. Saab is caught late. I'm not sure where the referee is getting these 5 minutes from. He had 2 belly stoppages, but he's had another long look at the watch there. You can imagine there's a chance that this is the final action of the game, with Oliver Kalach with the ball at his feet. And the referee standing in the middle of the centre circle, but no, on we go. Kalach floats it forward for Shuriaga. Ball just evades him. Denmead gets a touch. Hannigan comes again. And Hannigan has got support there. Man on, he says. He finds Charlie Ragg and goes again. Here he is again. In the 95th minute, Cooper Hannigan driving forward. Delhi drops off. Hannigan plays it in low. Kishimoto was there again. Plays it up into the air. Delhi is there. And a challenge from Cooper Hannigan. And the referee says that will do us a 3-1 victory for APIA Leichhardt. Goals in the first half from Presley Ortiz after 27 and 33 minutes. Made it 2-0. Cameron Fong with the third after 42. They led by 3 at half time. Noah Kianese pulled one back in the 30th minute of the second half. But that is the score at the final whistle. APIA Leichhardt take another step towards Premiership glory here at Lambert Park with a 3-1 win. This is David Feeney here signing off from Lambert Park. An exciting end to the finishing prospect, and we will see you next time at the football.